Good afternoon. My name is Tom. Welcome to Beaver Creek Deer Camp in Western Maine. I'm getting ready here to cook a hot dog. I've got my fire pit up and running. Taking time. Get yourself a cup of coffee if you don't have one. I got in here today and it is absolutely gorgeous. We've got a breeze coming in off Beaver Creek today. The sun is still a little bright where I'm sitting, but that's probably causing you to have a shade, but that's all right, I guess. So I'm going to have me some hot dogs, have me another cup of coffee with you guys. I've got to blaze in a circle trail. I want to be able to drive in and drive right out with my trail, because I got a lot of loads of lumber getting ready to come in. I'm getting ready to build a small cabin in here. Nothing major. All that it is, it's an outpost where I can come, have coffee, get warm, all of that stuff. So, but right now I am enjoying just plain being out here. I was sitting here earlier and just listening to the wind blow and thinking how quiet it is and how there's no people around. Now, don't get me wrong, I love people, love family. We just did the Memorial Day weekend family vacation at the Rustic log cabin last week. And let me tell you, them grandsons just about run Papa ragged. So sitting here today on a simpler pace is a whole lot easier to take. Chuck from Plain Old Chuck, that's the name of his channel. He said, "You ever forget your coffee?" I don't ever remember forgetting my coffee. If I've forgotten it, it's been a while. But there's a lot of firewood in here to get cut up. So I got to get this cabin built before fall, and I've got to get a small woodshed built. And then get some firewood hauled in here. Not hauled in, but cut down. Everything that's dead within 50 feet of this cabin I want down. And there's some big trees I got to get down before the cabin gets built. You don't want anything big falling on your cabin in the middle of winter. So that is my game plan anyways. But you got to have time to just sit. Sit, enjoy the view. I haven't put it in yet, but I'm going to put a path in that way, right out to the swale grass. And at the end of that path, I'm going to put a setting bench, just so I can get out there, sit in the breeze, enjoy the view, maybe get to watch some ducks coming down the stream, we'll see, or anything else that decides to take over the stream. The stream is big enough for a boat, so I've got a 12-foot aluminum boat up at the other cabin that will be headed this way. And this is where that boat's going to live after that, so. I will haul it in here, I will put it down by the stream, and that's going to be it. I got a tick I got to get rid of. And that will be it for that boat. I won't have a reason to haul it out of here. At this point anyways, I don't see any reason coming up that I would need to truck that boat out of here. But At least the fire's going good. I started it with some birch bark this morning. I don't even hear the crows in here today. Last time I was here, there was quite a few crows. I did see a partridge on the way in, and out on the main snowmobile trail, next to the stream, was a snapping turtle. Had to be, I'd say about that big around. Crossing the road, that was fun to see. But I couldn't take a picture of him because he got off into the woods before I could really, even about the time I was getting close to him, he was headed for the woods. So nothing I could take a picture of to show you. But the property looks a lot different now. All the trees are filled in. My trail was hadn't been in here for a month because we were still waiting on paperwork to be signed and all of that. So that's all taken care of. The property is all taken care of at the Registry of Deeds. So it is a good feeling to be sitting on a new piece of hunting grounds. It's got my name on it. I am going to instill in my family that I want this in the family for many, many years. Even if it's for family that's not even born yet. Because the taxes are low. There's no maintenance. When I build this building, I'm gonna put a good steel roof on it with ice and water shield. So you're looking at a 100-year roof, anyways, between the ice and water shield and the steel. And if nobody uses it, then it will be a wildlife. It'll be a wilderness wildlife refuge, whatever. Even though it is small, it is in a great location. So if none of my grandkids follow up on this, which I can't see that happening because they're already chomping at the bit. So, and my plan is to get the oldest one going on duck boxes this year, wood duck boxes. There's a lot of wood ducks down in the stream, as well as mallards, so we can build a mallard nest tube, and we can build some duck boxes for the wood ducks. And then he's 10 years old, so having him maintain those, at first he'll have to come in with me, but if he takes to that, which I can't see that he won't, he really loves that kind of stuff. It would be a really fun project for him to come in, maintain, and take care of a bunch of duck boxes. And like I said, we can go miles up and down this stream with the boat. So in 1,000 feet, I bet I could put in a half a dozen duck boxes. I'm not too sure. I've been watching a couple of videos on the wood ducks, and I see some of them down south. They put 2 on a post, so 1 back to back. Maybe that would work. Maybe not. But I'm not a duck hunter, so I'm gonna have to study that more. But I know that that's a good project for my oldest grandson. Not saying I don't take a duck every now and then, because I do like to eat duck. I just not a duck hunter. But I do get a kick out of duck season. I live on a big bog where lots of people duck hunt. And at daybreak, on opening day, you never heard such a ruckus. It's not as bad as it used to be. I've been living there. I've lived there 35 years now, closer to 40. And it used to sound like World War II down there, opening day of duck season. The bullets would start to fly, and they would fly solid till about 9 o'clock in the morning. But with anything, fewer and fewer people. Yeah, the woodpecker? Fewer and fewer people probably getting into duck hunting, at least in this state, just like deer season and everything else. We're a dying breed. When I was a teenager, people looked up at, can you hear it? When I was a teenager, people looked up at deer hunters like they were heroes. I mean, you drove down to town with your rifle, nobody looked twice at you. If you walked down through town with your rifle, nobody looked twice at you. If you had a rifle, which I did, on the front of a bicycle, nobody looked twice at you. I had to pedal 5 miles from where we lived to where I deer hunted. So I would strap a 30-06 with a scope and everything right on the front of the bicycle, and I would pedal 5 miles over to where I hunted. I got a feeling if you did that now, they would call the state police and they'd have the whole road shut down and wanting to know what you're up to. And that's why I'm kind of putting so much into this piece of property. I want my family to be able to hunt and not be bothered. I want to be able to hunt and not be bothered. And in the future, who knows, you know? So this is just expanding our ability to be able to hunt and take food from the land, as we've done in my family for who knows how many years. I don't have a family member hardly that didn't hunt deer or bear or any of that stuff. Growing up, my great-grandfather was a bear hunter, and I have no idea before him. Let's see, I had my grandfather, my great-grandfather, and my father, grandmothers, they all hunted. They all canned, everything. So I want my grandsons to have an opportunity to do the same thing. Supposedly we got, I think that was off a tree. No, that's a sprinkle. Supposedly we've got some mad dash thunder showers. They're supposed to come in here today. We'll see. We're starting to sprinkle, so I'm going to get that camera put away, and I hope you guys enjoy this. Come along for the ride. Hit the subscribe button if you like this kind of stuff and you want to be a part of the new cabin build. Cabin's going to go in right behind me, and I will see you in the next video.